All right, so today I'm going to be showing you how to access and utilize the Blackboard Student App and what it looks like on the student end. A little disclosure before this video is fully started. Please know that I am aware that I shot in portrait mode, not landscape mode. Bear with me. Okay. The app is a little easier to use this way. So I have 3 apps that we could be talking about. I'm specifically going to focus on the one with the light blue pencil, which is technically the Blackboard Student App. So when I'm ready to start in, I will go into my folder, open up Blackboard Student, again, the one with the light blue pencil, and then a couple things to check. I want to check at the top to make sure that it says my school district, in this case, School District of Waukesha, and then I'm able to type in my school username and school password. I know that the username in here looks a little funny. That's because of the account that I'm using to show this. And then obviously you'll type in your password down below. Underneath those, there is a box that says keep me logged in. If this is your device, I recommend you do that. And then when you hit login, you'll actually see 2 little check marks eventually pop up. Ta-da! And you made it. If it's the first time that you are using this Blackboard Student App and the first time you're logging in, you will get this little notice. You can hit agree. It is an app that is secure for parents, students, and teachers. And then what will pop up first is your activity stream. So on here you can see big alerts or any updates that your teachers have made to your classes. As you can see, there isn't anything on mine as I haven't made any updates to the class that I'm going to talk about today. So in this sidebar, I clicked the 3 dots on the side. You have a few different options. I'm going to start with the profile. That tells you your name and your email. Then back to the activity stream, which is where we were. Courses shows you all of the courses that you're currently enrolled in. Any organizations that you're enrolled in, then grades, if your teachers are keeping grades, due dates, nothing is due in this case, and then finally the settings. So I'm going to go back to the courses since that's where we're going to be, and you're going to look for the course that you're looking for. I'm looking for Building the Bridge Transition to Middle School. So that light blue one, when you're ready, you'll go ahead and tap on it, and it will open you up to another kind of dashboard. At the top, you can see the current grade, you can see the instructors at the bottom, any upcoming due dates, announcements, course content, collaboration, and discussions. So you can see that I haven't really put anything in for announcements, collaborate, or discussions. Where we're going to be focusing the most of our work is in course content. That's where most teachers have their work posted, and that's where you are really going to want to go to get everything that you are going to need. You can also preview underneath and see how it says 14 items in there. That's telling you how much is in it. So when you pull it up, you can see all 14 items there with the welcome page at top, and as you scroll down, different links. So I want to point out, if you look just to the left, the furthest left, you can see little icons next to each thing. You can see like folders and then papers with links drawn on them. If it's a folder, that means that it's going to open it up to different pages. If it's a little paper with a link, that means it's going to take you elsewhere. So here we have our welcome page. When you click in, each item on there is going to open up something new. So in this case, this one was an image. Going back, you can see some text based on the shuffled paper icon, and specifically this one's about middle school. So image icon will give you an image, paper will give you text. When you're ready to stop, you can always go back with that back arrow at the top. Next up there is staff information. That's going to tell you your teacher's name, what they teach, where they teach, what their office hours are, what classroom they're in, and their email. Really useful for when you're first starting off in a class. Next up, we have the course overview, and that's like the introduction and what we're actually doing in the course. So in this case, I have a overview that is a very general overview with a little blurb about what the class is about and the kinds of topics that we're going to be covering. When I go back, I can see outlines for each of the 4 weeks that we are in this class. So if I go ahead and open outline 1, you can see it is the week at a glance for outline 1. It has everything that we have done for that week. If I open outline 2, I'm going to get the same thing. Okay, and I can check to see, oh, yep, all of those things are the same things that we just talked about this morning. So that being said, the week at a glances are locked in here. This is where you could even see other courses or other week's outlines. So moving down a little bit, we have our attendance form. This attendance form is actually another link, and it's an example of a link that will actually take you out to a different site. So in this case, it says, well, if you want to use this, you have to click on this other link. You can click on it, and it'll actually bring you straight to the link within that Blackboard app. If you ever get stuck, there's a refresh button at the bottom, in the bottom right corner. And when you're ready to go back, all you have to do is hit the X in the top left. So next up in this case, those next set of folders are all going to be units. You can tell that there's other things in them because they have that folder icon and the little arrows off to the right. So I have Welcome to Middle School, Policies, Let's Get Organized, How Do You Learn Best, Schedules, Locks, School Maps and Passing Time, Growth Mindset, and then there's another link down there at the bottom, and that's actually where we would stop the units. So anything in that middle section is a unit. So I am going to preview with the second one there, School Policies and Extracurriculars. So when I tap in there, you can see there's 3 items. There's a stack of papers, which means text. So in this case, it is a really big image and some text. Need some adjusting there. Okay. Notice I can scroll over if I don't have it all in view. And then if I go back, you can see that there are a couple other things in there as well. So school rules, there's links and an activity linked in there. Another folder shows us that there are 4 links in that for extracurricular clubs, sports, and activities. If you're watching this with me for summer school, that's all stuff we've already done. So I'm going to preview and show you something that we would do next week with the Let's Get Organized. So in here, we have a little introduction to organization. Again, another image that's too big and some text. And then when we go back, you'll actually see 3 different folders that are all going to hold information for getting organized for later this week. So that being said, all of your courses are in here. You can click on anything. All of the links are in here. When you are done with this, you can obviously hit that back arrow and go back to different courses, but this is going to be the main hub for where you keep and where you access all of that information on the student Blackboard end. That was a lot, and that was pretty quick. If you ever need to record or ask a question, go for it. You can always rewind this video as well.